What are functions? When all the points on the graph of a function lie on a straight line, the function is called a linear function. Here is the Cartesian plane. Here is the graph of a linear function. A linear function can be written as an equation in the form y equals mx plus b. The value of m represents the slope or the steepness of the line. The value of b represents the y-intercept or the point where the graph crosses the y-axis. What is the slope of a line? The slope of a line is the ratio between its rise, which is the change in the y values measured along the y-axis, and its run, the change in the x values measured along the x-axis. Slope is equal to the rise over run, which is the change in the y divided by the change in the x, which is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, where x1, y1 is 1 point on the graph and x2, y2 is the second point on the graph. What is the y-intercept then? The y-intercept is the value of the y-coordinate at the point where the graph crosses the y-axis. The y-intercept is a coordinate value of 0 and y because the value of x at the y-intercept is 0. Now, how can you find the slope of a line? If you are given 2 points on a Cartesian plane, you can find the slope or the steepness of the line. Here is an example. Example number 1. Find the slope of the given line displayed in this graphic, as represented by the green line. Now, let's see how we would do this. Step number 1. Find the coordinates of the 2 points. We have point P1 at 4, 5. And point P2 at 2, negative 5. Now, step number 2. Label the first point x1, y1. Label the second point x2, y2. So P1 at 4, 5 would be x1, y1. And point 2 at 2, negative 5 would be x2, y2. Substitute the given values into the formula for calculating slope. Slope equals y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, which is equal to negative 5 minus 5 divided by 2 minus 4, which is 2. Now that you have found that the slope of the line is negative 10 divided by negative 2, write the slope in lowest terms. Negative 10 divided by negative 2 would equal 5 over 1. Verify your answer is correct. The slope is 5 over 1. A slope of 5 over 1 means that to find another point on the line, pick a point on the graph, and from there, count up 5 squares and over to the right 1 square. You will arrive at a second point on the graph. Verify by picking a point on the graph. In our example, we will pick 0.03. From the point 0.03, count up 5 units. From this new point, count over 1 unit. You are now at point 1 with the coordinate of 4, 5. We have verified that our slope is correct. And now, the last step is to state the conclusion. The slope of the line passing through points P1 at 4, 5 and P2 at 2, -5 is 5 over 1, or we could just write it as 5. Time for some practice.